Hey there, Abigail Reese speaking. I wanted to bring up something that crops up in online business for so many people, and that is when you have people that say, "Oh, I'm frustrated. My business isn't growing. I just, I'm not getting any results." The main thing to wonder and to ask that person who's saying these things to you is to ask them, how many people are they showing their business to? How many presentations are they doing? How many people are they sharing their webinar, their opportunity, their video? How many people are they talking to? And what you so often find when people talk about, it's not growing, or no one's coming in, or I just can't seem to grow this, what you find so many times when people say that to you is that they're really not hardly showing it to anyone at all. They're not talking to hardly anyone at all. They haven't even sent the webinar. We do webinars every week. In fact, there are 2 webinars every week in this team. And what you find is a lot of time people, they're not sharing even that with prospects. And then they wonder why it's not growing for them. I mean, it's cause and effect. If you want to grow your business, you have to share your business with people. You have to talk to people. There's no way around it. You have to do that. It's all about getting eyes and ears to your offer. I mean, it's the same with any company. This is why companies pay millions of dollars for advertising on televisions and on radios and on the internet. They pay large money for that, because they know the more people Coca-Cola share their Coca-Cola adverts with, the more people are going to see those adverts, and the more people are going to buy that product of Coca-Cola. And the company, this is why the companies, they put in huge advertising budgets into that. They know that you have to share your product and get eyes and ears to your offer, whatever it is, whether it's a business, whether it's a physical product, whatever it is. This is why you have to do that. It's no good joining a business and then not sharing it with people and then expecting people to just come to you. It doesn't work that way. It really doesn't. um, Look at what big companies are doing. Look at how they're doing it. Look at the fact that they're using that very principle. They're sharing their product or their service or their opportunity with as many people as they possibly can, and they're doing it consistently. Coca-Cola, they don't just put out one commercial and then don't put any more for 6 months. They're putting out consistently, and they're putting out different commercials. Like, they'll change them up and put out lots of different commercials. I mean, they're doing it consistently, and they're doing it in as many different avenues, as many different places as possible. And that's fundamentally why people are not growing in their internet marketing business. And then you also get people say, well, I don't really know what to say to people. Well, if you needed to know of a good restaurant that perhaps was, a vegan restaurant, and you had friends that like ate out all the time in lots of different places, you're going to speak to them. You're going to ask them, hey, could you recommend such and such a restaurant? You're going to reach out and communicate with them what you need. You're going to talk to people. I mean, people talk to people all the time, and really, it's really just recommending a service or a product. If you know someone who is struggling to make extra money, and you have a service or a product or a business opportunity that can help them with that, why wouldn't you share it? There's no reason to freak out talking to people. I mean, people communicate all the time about whatever it is they want to communicate about, on whether it's something they need, whether it's advice, whether it's recommendations, whether it's, oh my gosh, I just went to this amazing restaurant last night and had the most amazing meal. I mean, we're always recommending things to people all the time. Oh gosh, did you see that new movie that came out? It was absolutely brilliant. You've got to see it. You wouldn't think anything, you wouldn't think twice about doing something like that, but yet for some reason when it comes to businesses, people will freak out. I mean, not all obviously, but you'll get those same people that wouldn't think twice about recommending a movie or a restaurant or a shop that they'd been in, or a TV package or whatever it is. There's people that wouldn't think twice about recommending those things to like everyone they know, and yet for some reason there's a brick wall there over them wanting to share their opportunity with people. If you're only talking to like one person a day, you are not going to get results. You're just not. It's as simple as that. It's a numbers game. You have to go through as many numbers. Coca-Cola know that if they just showed their commercial for their product to one person, they're not going to make sales. They're not going to be the huge conglomerate that they are currently now. They know it's numbers. They know reach out to as many people as possible, and it's exactly the same with this. So if your business isn't growing, ask yourself, really, how much are you doing in it? How many people are you reaching out to? How many people are you sharing it with? How many people are you getting to your webinars? How many people are you plugging into the system? How many people are you talking to about it? How many people are you sharing your results with? I mean, how many people are you letting them know what you're doing? I mean, it comes down to that. It really, really does come down to that. And where we, on the internet, we have so many things that make it so much easier nowadays than the network marketing was like 25 years ago. When I first got involved with network marketing 25 years ago, we didn't have the internet. It was much harder. We would have to call up friends and family, make a list of all the people we knew, badger them all. I mean, it was horrible. Post, even then, we would post flyers through people's doors, or put flyers on the cars in a car park, or put an ad in a local paper or something like that. I mean, there were still ways of doing it that you could do it, but it's so much easier nowadays with the internet. You can go on the internet and you can go on a multitude of social media platforms. You can find groups for people specifically looking for what it is that you have to offer. And with the touch of a few buttons, with the click of a mouse, you can reach those people instantly. It's as simple as that. There's ways of doing it on all kinds of different social media platforms. You don't even have to like badger friends and family or people that you know. There's millions of people all over the world who, how many people do you know that need an extra income, that could do with some extra money, whether it's an extra 100 a month, or whether it's an extra 1,000 a month, or whether it's a lot more? I mean, how many people do you know that might be struggling with bills, or that could just do with topping up their income a little bit even? I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find many people that wouldn't like some extra money each month or each week or even each day. So really, to say, oh well, no one's really interested, or I am really, no one's really doing anything. You've got to ask yourself, just well, how much are you sharing it with people? How much are you recommending it? If there's something that made you get into the industry or into the business that you're in, whatever business you're in, there's something that attracted you about it, that made you sign up and join for whatever reason. And you obviously felt some excitement, some interest. You obviously checked it over and thought, you know what, this seems like a pretty good deal. I'm going to jump in on this. And then you jump in on it, and then you don't do anything. It's like, what? Or you jump in on it and then you don't share it with other people. Why wouldn't you share your excitement with others? You've just got involved in something very exciting. It doesn't matter if you've only just started and you haven't even made any money yet. Something made you want to join that. Something got you excited about it. So share that, share it. If you don't know how to talk to, if you don't know what to say to people, send them, share the webinar, send your company's latest webinar to them so they can see more of the bigger picture, until you are perhaps even more experienced in talking about it. But really, at the end of the day, something made you get involved in it, something excited you about it. Share that excitement with people, share it with as many people as you can, share the webinars with as many people as you can, and above all, put in that action and put it in consistently, like all the big companies do. The reason they are big companies is because they do that, and because they do it consistently, and they keep on doing it, and they know that it's a numbers game. They know that the more people they reach, the more successful they're going to be. And that's really what it boils down to. Just get your offer out there in front of as many eyeballs as possible, and there's a whole multitude of ways that you can do that. We've got, if you want to see what we're doing, and we teach people how to do that, and we have a fantastic compensation plan with it, and we build multiple income streams inside of that. So we share this with as many people as possible, and that's why it's grown so fast in such a short amount of time. Feel free to click on the link in the description below. It will take you to one of our webinars. You can fully check out what we're doing. And you know, if you're already in something, just understand fundamentally that your success in growing it will come down to how many people you are getting it in front of. And the same with your team. When your team come in, teach them that same principle, because that's really what it comes down to. Not sharing it with one person every day or every other day, or sharing it with 5 people one day and no one for the next 2 weeks. You know, it's just not going to grow like that. You have to put in consistent, and you have to do as much as you can. And that's really what I wanted to say on this video.